Well, guys, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2021. And to kick it off, I want to talk about my most anticipated games that are open world, because that's what this channel is, for this year. And keep in mind, this is going to be stuff that is confirmed to be coming out in 2021. Yes, of course, there's always the possibility for delays, the strong possibility nowadays in gaming. But these are games that are confirmed to be coming out in 2021. So honorable mentions, and by honorable mentions, I don't mean they're not good enough to make the list. I mean that they're not for sure going to be released in 2021. So these include things like the new Fable game that's coming out, Elden Ring, that is a big one, and of course, Saints Row 5. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get right into this thing. First up, we got Hogwarts Legacy. Get the big one out of the way first, right? This is incredible. A Harry Potter RPG coming out for all major systems in 2021. The rumor is fall 2021, but we have no exact confirmation. We only know that it's going to be coming out this year. Hogwarts Legacy is an open-world, single-player, action role-playing video game set in the 1800s Wizarding world. The story has players experiencing life as a student at Hogwarts like never before as they live the unwritten and embark on a dangerous journey to uncover a hidden truth of the wizarding world. Players will grow their magical abilities by mastering spells, brewing potions, and taming fantastic beasts. Up next, we have Far Cry 6. Now, this game, which is coming on all the major platforms, was supposed to be released on February 18th, 2021, but was now delayed, and according to a recent leak, might be coming out on May 25th. 2021, and this is going to be a really interesting Far Cry game, different than the others because it reveals a Caribbean island simmering with revolutionary tension. The Far Cry franchise has always had a flair for fascinating antagonists, and Far Cry 6 will feature actor Giancarlo Esposito, who you might know from Better Call Saul, The Boys, and The Mandalorian, and Breaking Bad, as President Anton Castillo, the violent leader who grips the island of Yara, a fictional island, with an iron fist, promising to return it to its former glory. With an arsenal of weapons and allies at your back, you'll take on Castillo's regime and fight for the future of Yara. As Danny Rojas, playable as a female or male character, you will help stoke the fires of revolution through guerrilla warfare across the island of Yara, from verdant jungles to the urban streets of the capital city, Esperanza. You'll use a powerful array of weapons and vehicles and build a network of allies to fight alongside you, including Fangs for Hire, we've seen that many times before, and as President Castillo prepares his son Diego, played by Anthony Gonzalez from Coco, to succeed him, you will do all you can to ensure his plans don't come to fruition. Up next, we got Sons of the Forest, which just had a gameplay trailer come out for it a few days ago and officially confirmed a 2021 release date. If you love survival horror games, chances are you've played the original game, The Forest, and now you'll be able to have another experience just like that one. Unfortunately, not very much about the game is known, but there are some tidbits of information from Q&As with developers and analysis from the trailers and things like that that give us some information. When asked if there was going to be new creatures in the second game, the developers answered with yes. Sons of the Forest will have new enemy types, a whole new breed of monsters and cannibals, but the worm, John, will not return. When asked what the building system will look like, the developers answered with, as in the first game, building bases and other structures will play a big role. We are working to make the building system even more immersive and accessible. As far as technical improvements, there are new rendering and lighting effects that can be used with the newer version of Unity, especially weather effects that are more convincing than before. When it rains, you can also see drops on the weapons themselves. Also, cool little detail, as in the first part, water flows over stones on the ground, but can also now freeze. The devs also mentioned that there will be Steam Workshop support, so mods in this game are going to be aplenty. Up next, we have Horizon Forbidden West, the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn from 2017. Join Aloy as she braves the Forbidden West, a majestic but dangerous frontier that conceals mysterious new threats. Explore distant lands, fight bigger and more awe-inspiring machines, and encounter astonishing new tribes as you return to the far future, post-apocalyptic post-apocalyptic world of Horizon. For the setting, it's set in an open-world post-apocalyptic California, Utah, and Nevada, and the game will explore the setting of a mysterious location known as the Forbidden West. The game will feature a multitude of iconic locations, including a ruined San Francisco and the Yosemite Valley with various biomes. And as far as the gameplay goes, players are able to explore wider and deeper into a bigger map compared to the previous game. Underwater exploration is a new element that allows players to uncover the mysteries beneath the surface of seas, lakes, and rivers. And you can engage in strategic battles against enormous machines and mounted human enemies by using weapons, gear, and traps crafted from salvaged parts. For this one, the release date is Q3 or Q4 of 2021, which probably means the holiday season, so I would say look out for it in roughly October or November. And the game is confirmed to be hitting PS5 and PS4. Up next, of course, we have Stalker 2. Now, this game is a unique blend of FPS, immersive sim, and horror with a really thick atmosphere. One of the biggest open worlds to date is yours to explore, along with an epic branching story with multiple endings. And the really interesting part here is that the developers claim that Stalker 2 is one of the biggest seamless open worlds to date, which is backed up by the claim that it's only coming out on PC and Xbox Series X, so powerful hardware needs to handle this thing. Also, the game will feature an epic non-linear story. Your choices will influence both short-term consequences and global outcomes. Think about that for a second. That is a really ambitious claim there. And lastly, we have Dying Light 2. Now, this game begins 15 years after the original Dying Light, starring a new protagonist named Aiden Caldwell, who is equipped with various parkour skills. Players can perform actions such as climbing ledges, sliding, leaping off from edges, and wall running to quickly navigate the city. The game is mostly melee based, with the majority of fighting using melee weapons. The melee weapons have a limited lifespan and will degrade the longer a player uses them in combat. Long-range weapons such as crossbows, shotguns, and spears can also be used. Aiden can also use superhuman skills due to the infection. New zombies have also been added, and like the first game, zombies are slow when exposed to sunlight, but they become more aggressive and hostile at night. And this game is set in The City, it's called, a massive urban open world that players can explore freely. The map, which is 4 times bigger than the original game, is broken into 7 distinct regions, and each has its own landmarks and locations. When exploring the city, players can scavenge different scraps and resources for crafting new items and weapons. And like its predecessor, the game also features 4-player co-op gameplay. Now, I wasn't going to put this thing on the list, but developer Techland just hinted that the game is set to arrive in 2021. Now, we know it was delayed indefinitely in January of 2020, but now developer Techland has confirmed that new details about the long-awaited sequel will finally arrive sometime this year. So keep an eye out for Dying Light 2 news coming very soon this year, as per the developers. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me on this one. Let me know your list of most anticipated open world games for this year. I cannot wait. It seems like it's going to be a really great year for gaming, and we're going to get to see the PS5 and Xbox Series X work their magic in action. Let me know, you guys. Hopefully we get some more surprises too, like Elden Ring, Saints Row 5. I would love that, and I cannot wait. And yeah, give me your guys' list. Like this if you want to see more of this type of video. I can maybe make a part 2. And I'll see you guys in the next one, alright? Peace out.